Hello, my old school soul food family. Chef Jeffrey back with another video. All right, y'all. I want to do a video. Something I've been eating and making for years. I cannot believe I never did a video on it. You ever went to a barbecue and you had macaroni and cheese with your barbecue? You ever went to a barbecue restaurant and had macaroni and cheese with it? I created a way where I can combine them both together. You get a scoop of macaroni, and you got the brisket, you got the barbecue brisket on the bottom, and you just eat it together. Because when I'm in the barbecue restaurant, even when I do barbecues at my house, I mix it together a lot. I eat it together. Take a bit of macaroni, hit some brisket on there. Absolutely amazing. I think, why don't just create them both and make it together? So that's what I'm gonna do. I always have brisket in my, I always have barbecue in my freezer. Anytime I do barbecue, as y'all know, I take it, save it, I put it in my food saver, and put in little bags like this in the freezer. So anytime I want barbecue throughout the year, throughout the day, throughout the time, I just pull a piece out like this and I got barbecue to eat. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna step off here, y'all. There's 3 steps to this. I'm gonna chop this barbecue brisket up in little bite-sized pieces. I'm gonna mix it with barbecue sauce. We're gonna put it in the bottom of the casserole dish. I'm gonna make a homemade cheese sauce, which y'all seen me make before, but I'm gonna show you again. And I'm gonna use this kind of, I like to use a corkscrew macaroni. The reason is it's twirly and it holds so much more cheese sauce than a regular elbow macaroni. I like the twisty type. It's the better, if you ever make macaroni, use the twirly. It's called CAV, Kappa Pete. It's a fancy name, Kappa Tapa. That's the fancy name for it. I just call it corkscrew macaroni. I use this all the time, especially in this recipe, because it cleans, all the cheese sauce cleans together. But I'm gonna step off, make the cheese sauce. I make my cheese sauce, of course, y'all know, from scratch. It's very simple. I'm gonna show you how quick and easy it is to put together. Then I'm gonna make cheese sauce first, because I don't want the pasta waiting on the cheese sauce. I want everything ready, and I'm gonna put it together. I'll make cheese sauce first, let it just be sitting to the side. Then I'll cook the noodles off, mix it with the pasta, have the meat already in the casserole dish, and just bake it in the oven by 15-20 minutes. And also, when I do the cheese on the top, I use real cheese. I use this in the macaroni sauce, cheese sauce, the kind you got pre-shredded, but this has a little wax content on it. So I don't like to use it for the top of it because it doesn't have a good melting point. So when I do the top of the cheese, what I put on the end, as you'll see, I use fresh grated cheese that I grate myself. There's no wax content in this, and it melts much more evenly and smoother than this cheese. This is not good for me. It's good to cook in the middle if you're gonna stir in something, but to put it on something and like you want to melt it on top, have a nice melting point, this packaged cheese is not good for that because it has a wax content on it and doesn't melt good. So anyway, y'all, we'll step off here. I'm gonna get my milk heating up, get my roux set up, and we're gonna make this cheese sauce. We'll be right back. All right, y'all, we back here. All right, y'all, like I told y'all, first thing I'm gonna do is get the cheese sauce done. I got my pot heating up back here for my pasta, but I want my cheese sauce ready first. And when the pasta's done, all I gotta do is pour the cheese sauce on the pasta, mix it together, pour it in the pan. First thing I'm gonna do, I wanna tighten this cheese sauce up with roux. Y'all know roux is 50% oil, 50% butter. You can use oil too, and 50% flour. I want to stabilize this milk so when I add the cheese, it won't separate. Now I can add the cheese to this, and then I add the roux. I can do that, but a lot of people can't. So I'm gonna give you a foolproof way of making cheese sauce to where it doesn't separate and split. You do that by adding your roux first. You can see there, y'all, I done added the roux there. I'm gonna turn this down, and that's as thick as I'm gonna get it here. I might have to add some evaporated milk to this, y'all, to thin it out. All right, now, next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add my cheese to this. Now, I don't care. I can add the cheese just as fast as I want. Now, if I didn't have the roux in here, I had to be careful how I added the cheese to this because it separates. But this, I done added the roux to this. It doesn't matter how quick I add the cheese. It's not going to separate at all, y'all. And make sure you have the Fire down low. Now I made cheese sauces with 5 different cheeses. Today I'm just using 3. I'm using the traditional cheddar. I'm gonna put some cream cheese in here, which is gonna make it so smooth. That's why I like the cream cheese in my cheese sauce. It makes it very, very creamy. And you can use Monterey Jack in here. You can use mozzarella if you want to. You can use pepper jack. But my main 3 cheeses is cheddar and cream, and I use velvetta. I know a lot of people hate velvetta because they say it's not real cheese, but velvetta gives it a real rich stability that I've learned to love. And like I say, make sure your fire is really low. You can pretty much turn your fire very, very low. Now, got those 2 in there. Last one I'm gonna add is velvetta. And let this melt in there. It's gonna be a perfect cheese sauce, y'all. It's gonna make it a little bit more yellow with deeper yellow color too, the velvetta does. See, and then see how quick that come together, y'all. Turn my fire down in the back there on my pasta. The key is just to make sure you stir it. And when you do this cheese sauce, make sure, I didn't tell y'all this, you got a thick bottom pot. If you don't, make sure you use a double boiler, because it will burn on you in a minute. And you don't want to take all this time making your cheese sauce and it burns on you, or it scorches. But once you scorch this, throw it in trash. It's no way you can fix burnt milk, scorched milk. That is a smell and a taste that you cannot get rid of. Let me tell you a little story while I'm staring at it. Working in commercial kitchens, especially one I just retired from, when somebody burning milk, somebody burning cheese, I have a nose like they used to tell me, nose like a dog. I could walk in the kitchen and just holler out. I can smell some milk burning. I can say, somebody burning milk, somebody burning cheese. It's a smell that you know in the kitchen if it's happening. And whatever they burning, I'd say, somebody burning milk, throw it out. Somebody burning cheese, throw it out. There's nothing you can do. You just have to throw it out. Nothing you can add to it to fix it. Y'all see how this is coming together? And any cheese sauce that I have left over, y'all, I freeze it. Because I love making gratin potatoes. I might do another video on that maybe in the next couple of days. I like taking potatoes, boiling them, cutting them up, boil them, mix them with cheese sauce. That's one of my favorites to do. And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to taste this for salt and pepper. I never season it until after I get all the cheeses in it, because cheese has salt in it. And you never want to season your cheese sauce until after you got all your cheeses in there. Okay, let's taste this here. Oh yeah. I'm definitely gonna need a little salt and pepper in here. And some people put nutmeg in there. I don't do that. Let's see here, y'all. A little bit more salt. And another little tip. You want to slightly over season your cheese sauce, because when you add your macaroni and your pasta to that, you know it's got water in it. And it's going to kind of dilute your cheese sauce just a little. So you want to kind of over season it. I'm going to turn this off and let the residual heat do its thing. Let me get my ladle. Y'all see how smooth this is? There's no lumps. That's the key in putting the roux first. I'm going to show y'all. See how smooth that cheese sauce is? There's no lumps, no nothing. That's the key of putting the roux first, then adding the cheese to it. If you do it in the reverse fashion, I can do it, but I don't teach people to do it that way because it takes years of experience. If you do it the reverse way, you're going to split the sauce, you're going to have a lot of lumps. I can do it because I did it for years, but I try to show people the easy way. This is the easy way to make cheese sauce. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna step off. I'm gonna get my macaroni going. I'll be back when I put that on, my pasta on. But I'm gonna show y'all how I'm gonna do the brisket for the first layer of this. So anyway, y'all, we'll be right back. All right, y'all, we back here. Okay. I'm actually gonna get my pasta going here. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get my pound of pasta going here in the water. Get that going. And while that's going, I'm going to get the meat together here. Make sure you salt your water in your pasta, y'all. Okay, now over here, I got the brisket. See how I chopped up the brisket here? Chopped it up big chunks. And I'm going to put some barbecue sauce. Use whatever barbecue sauce you want, y'all. Make sure it's not too thick. Make sure it's not too thin. In fact, I found some Craig's barbecue sauce. I always try different barbecue sauces in the stores, y'all. This one tasted pretty good. All I'm gonna do is mix this up in there with the brisket. And this brisket, of course, is perfectly, it's cooked. You can use chicken for this, y'all. You can use barbecue pork, whatever you have. Get that all mixed up in there really, really good. Now all I'm gonna do, I'm gonna throw this in the bottom of the pan casserole dish, y'all. Just like this. See that? Matter of fact, I'm gonna get another casserole dish because I'm gonna make 2 of these things. Y'all hold on just a second. Alright, y'all. One second, I'm gonna spray this. I'm gonna spray this one too. And make sure you spray it too, so you don't stick. And I'll put meat in the bottom of this one. There we go. Okay, got the meat on the bottom. And y'all already know when I do the macaroni and cheese, we're gonna put it on the top of there. And we're gonna bake it in the oven about 15-20 minutes. And we got a creation, I'm telling y'all. Once you do this, you'll do it every time you got extra brisket left over. So anyway, y'all, we'll be back once the macaroni get done and we'll put this thing together. Almost finished, we'll be right back. All right, y'all, we back. All right, the pasta's pretty much ready here. All I'm gonna do, y'all, I know I got this fancy pot. I'm gonna drain the, turn this off. Put it right here. I'm gonna drain this off and I'm gonna pour it in the bowl here. Drain the water off of it. You just gotta shake a lot, y'all, because these twisted noodles, like I was telling y'all, you really have to shake all the water off of them. All right, pour them in my bowl here. All right, y'all, now, put this thing together. I got my cheese sauce here. Just a second, y'all. Be organized. I'm gonna like to put a hot on my board. All right. Now all I'm gonna do is lay on my sauce in my pasta. And you wanna put plenty of sauce in here, y'all, because it's gonna definitely, sauce gonna really soak up this noodles pasta here. You don't wanna put too much. You see why I made it so thick? See how that residual water that left over in the pasta? See how it thins the sauce out? More sauce. Okay, mix that up pretty good. You know what? I think I'm gonna do one pan, y'all. I was thinking I was gonna have more pasta than I thought I needed. I'm I'm gonna just do one pan. So what I'm gonna do, take that meat that I put in there, I'm gonna put it back in here. I think I'm gonna have just enough, so I don't have to make two. Okay. All right, y'all, I'm trying to kind of let it set here a little, because I want to make sure all this, because that pasta soaks up a lot of sauce. So you want to make sure you got it. You don't want nothing worse than, I know y'all tasted it, dry mac and cheese. Nothing worse than dry macaroni and cheese, y'all. Alrighty. Definitely got enough sauce now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to move this pot out the way. Put this over here. We're going to build that base here, y'all. Spread this back out here. I want to push this down really, really good. All I'm going to do, y'all, pour this right on top of the brisket like that. I'll rub a spatula here. Make sure we get all that sauce out of there. And we're just going to spread that on there just like that. See that how easy was this? We still ain't through yet, y'all. Got one more step to do. One more step to do. Okay. Remember that cheese I grated? Freshly grated? We're going to put that right on top here. That's going to give us some good melty cheese. Good melty bubbly cheese. Because this is going to go in the oven about 15-20 minutes. I got to bring everything is cooked. Just want to bring everything up to temperature. So move that around like that. Easy as that. So in the oven about 20 minutes, y'all. Uncover it till this is all bubbly and gooey and the cheese is nice and melted. And we'll come back and we'll show you the finished product. We'll be right back. All right, y'all. We back here. Okay, y'all. This is fresh out the oven here. But what it is, y'all, I'm going to let it set up about 15-20 minutes before I dig into it. It is excruciating hot. And you can probably see it's still kind of bubbling a little. So I'm going to let it kind of set up here about 15-20 minutes. You can see the meat there at the bottom. It's got really, really hot. And then you want the macaroni. Then the cheese on top. That's why I told y'all, look at the difference in the melting point of the regular, fresh grated cheese and the plastic one. I call it plastic one because it has a wax coating on it. And it melts so much evenly. So if you want to do cheese, package is good if you're going to make like a sauce. But if you're going to do something on the top to coat it, I always use the fresh grated cheese. It's nothing like it. So anyway, y'all, we'll be right back here in about 15 minutes. We're going to try this out and see how it is. We'll be right back. All right, y'all, we back. Look at this, y'all. You got the brisket on the bottom. Nice mac and cheese there on the top. This thing is definitely hot. Very simple to make, y'all. Very easy. Like I said, if you got leftover brisket, leftover pork, leftover chicken, put it with some mac and cheese. Okay, here we go here, y'all. I know the brisket is tender. Get some brisket on there. Get y'all a good bite here. Look at this here. See this? Okay, here goes. Perfect. Yeah, you want some? Mm-hmm. Perfect. Perfect tender brisket. And you can pour some more barbecue sauce on it if you like. Like I was saying, I like the twisty noodles because it holds the cheese sauce better. I'm telling you, this is a staple in my house when I do a cookout. I don't know why I never did a video on it. I was thinking when you go to a barbecue place, every barbecue place has mac and cheese on the menu. Brisket. Why not combine them both? And this is a meal in itself. We don't need nothing else, y'all. So, yeah. Make your cheese sauce. Boil you some pasta. You can use any kind of pasta. Bow tie. You want to be creative? Use spaghetti. Use linguine. I'll give you the camera. Just create how you want. Like I say, use any meat you want. Use any kind of barbecue sauce you want. I try not to use too thick of a sauce and not too thin of a sauce. But do your favorite barbecue sauce. So anyway, y'all, let me close the video out. One more bite here and close the video out. Alright. If you like this video, please share, please comment, please subscribe. Please follow my other social media accounts: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch TV, Pinterest, and oldschoolsoulfood.com. Remember TikTok, Twitch TV, Instagram. I'm trying to get those subscribers up, them Old School Soul Food family members up. So anyway, y'all go check them out if you haven't checked it out. Until next time, have a blessed Old School Soul Food day, and I will see y'all in the next video. Love y'all. Bye. Keep going till it gets pretty.